Sage Bank Feeds is a free, secure service you can use to download your bank transactions into Sage 200. This makes reconciling your bank much quicker and easier, ensuring your accounts are up to date. Before we enable Sage Bank Feeds, here are a couple of points to consider. You can't set up Sage Bank Feeds for a cashbook account if it already uses supplier payments, which is also known as salary and supplier payments, or e-reconciliation is enabled. However, you can enable Sage Bank Feeds if the e-banking function is set to payments only. To enable the feature, go to the bank account list, select the account, and then click Amend Account. Move to the Online Banking tab, which used to be known as the e-banking tab in versions prior to 2024 R2, and click Enable. In Sage 200 2024 R2 and onwards, you will be presented with a choice. Automatic allows you to connect to open banking compliant bank accounts and download transactions, whereas manual allows you to upload a statement you have manually downloaded from your bank's online banking portal. We recommend trying the automatic option first to check if your bank supports downloading bank feeds. If your bank doesn't appear in the list of compatible banks when you tried the automatic option, try the manual option to manually import transactions from a file downloaded from your bank. In the automatic section, click on Connect Bank. The email address that you enter here will be used for all correspondence regarding bank feeds. It's important that you have access to the mailbox for this email address whilst bank feeds is enabled. Choose your bank and country. If your bank doesn't appear, let us know and ask us to add them. In the meantime, you can cancel out of this process and use the manual bank feeds option if using 2024 R2 or later. You will be prompted to sign into your bank. The steps vary for each bank, and you may need to enter your online banking credentials. Please note that your bank account must be set up with permissions to use bank feeds. Otherwise, you may not be able to sign in or connect to your bank. You should contact your bank if you're unsure how to set these permissions. During the wizard, you'll be prompted to specify the historical start date. This date is the earliest transaction date that you want to download. We recommend that you enter the day after your last bank reconciliation date. That way, you can't download transactions you've already reconciled. In the manual section, click Import Statement to import transactions from a file that you have downloaded from your bank. You can manually import transactions if your bank doesn't support automatic bank feeds. You may prefer to import transactions manually if you need to reconcile transactions for the same bank account more frequently than once a day, because automatic bank feeds will usually only include transactions from the previous day. You might be asked to enter your contact email address if you have not used this service before. Select a file from your device to upload. This will be a statement file that you have downloaded from your bank. The common statement file formats which are supported can be seen on screen, which can be identified by the corresponding file extensions. Select Open File Import Guide for help setting up your file, or to download example files. After your file has been uploaded, continue to Review Transactions to check your transactions. If the summary of the transactions looks correct, then continue to confirm import to import the transactions to Sage 200. The first time you use BankFeed's reconciliation, click Download Transactions, which will bring down the transactions you've imported to the feed from your statement. The next time you want to upload new transactions to the BankFeed reconciliation screen, click on the Import Statement button. Once the statement has been imported, the transactions are automatically downloaded to the BankFeed reconciliation screen without the need to click Download Transactions again. Let's say you've set up your bank account to use a manual import. At a later date, you can convert your account to use automatic bank feeds. This might be because the bank did not support automatic bank feeds when you first set up the account, but now your bank has added support for open banking, and you would like to take advantage. To convert from using manual import to automatic bank feeds, select the bank account which is enabled for bank feeds, click Amend Bank Account Details, move to the Online Banking tab, select Convert to Automatic, and follow the steps to choose your country and bank. If you want to convert from using automatic bank feeds to a manual import, you must first use the Disable option to stop using bank feeds for this bank account. Then use Enable and set up the bank feed to use the manual import afresh. You may want to control user access for this feature. To do this, you'll need to access the system administrator, and you'll need to know which role the users belong to. Open Roles, right-click on the role, and choose Features. To allow users to enable Sage Bank Feeds, ensure that they have access to the feature Amend Bank Account Details. To allow a user to download and reconcile transactions, ensure they have access to Amend Bank Account Details, Bank Feeds Download Transactions, and Bank Feeds Reconciliation. Now that we've enabled the features, we can perform a bank reconciliation using bank feeds. As an overview, the steps are as follows. Download or import your bank transactions using the bank feed service. Match your transactions using either automatic or manual matching, and then save the matched transactions as a draft or continue to the reconciliation screen. Select your bank accounts from the list and then click Bank Feeds. Click Download Transactions or Import Statement and select the file to import depending on whether you are using the automatic or manual method. Specify a date range to restrict which transactions appear. The Auto Match button allows you to automatically match the transactions from your bank with the transactions already input into Sage. Pairs of individual matching transactions will be added to the matched transaction list based on the following. The transaction dates must be within 4 days of each other. The transaction amounts must be identical, and the type of transaction must be the same. So, payments can only be matched with other payments, for example. A caveat to this is that the transactions will not be matched if there is more than one possible match, or if one transaction needs to be matched with multiple transactions. Should you download your bank transactions and find that some have not been recorded in Sage, you can quickly remedy this by using the Add Transactions of Type drop-down. Simply choose the type of transaction you want to create and then once saved, it will appear in the Transactions from Sage list. When matching the transactions, the best practice is to use the auto match first to match most of the transactions, and then use manual matching to either add or change anything before you finish the reconciliation. Clicking Confirm will save the matched transactions as a draft bank reconciliation, whereas Confirm and Continue to Reconcile will open the bank reconciliation window. When you reconcile your account, you may find that some bank transactions downloaded from Sage bank feeds do not have a matching transaction in Sage 200. If these transactions are frequent, then instead of adding individual transactions each time you reconcile, you can set up bank feed rules to automatically create these transactions in Sage for you. To start, select the transaction in the Transactions from your bank list that you want to use as the basis of your rule. Use the Add Transaction of Type drop-down to select the transaction type you would like to post. Bank feed rules can be created for customer and supplier receipts and payments, or nominal payments and receipts. The type of transactions available in the drop-down will depend on the bank transaction you've selected. Enter the details for the transaction, then click Save and Create Rule. If the new transaction amount matches the original bank transaction, then it will be added to your matched transactions. Notice the Save and Create Rule button will not be live if you have not selected a bank transaction, selected multiple bank transactions, selected a supplier or customer account that uses a different currency to the bank account, or selected a bank account which uses a different currency to the base currency of the company. On the Create Bank Rule screen, give your rule a name and then select one or more of the following conditions. The reference field is applicable to the bank's description of the transaction. For example, any transaction downloaded for your energy supplier will more than likely have your utility account reference. The amount field offers the matching operations you can see on screen. The transaction date is the date range you would expect to receive this transaction. You can also specify the check number, sort code, and account number of the account that you may be dealing with. Click Add to dictate how the transaction will be processed. In Sage 200, you can choose to post to a specific customer or supplier account, or you can choose to post directly to the nominal ledger. If you post directly to the nominal ledger, you'll see the extra options on screen. You can choose to split the total value over multiple nominal accounts, add a reference, select a VAT code, or write to a specific project if applicable. Click Add when you're happy to proceed. Back on the Create Bank Rule screen, we have the Review Transactions Before Posting tick box. If this box is ticked, then the next time you download transactions for this account, you'll be asked to approve any of those transactions that were created by your bank feed rule. That's it for this demonstration, so thank you for watching. Look out for more updates on the Sage roadmap. Links to the step-by-step instructions to set up Sage bank feeds can be found below this video.